So I'm going to name it file instead of if in order to make things clear. And now after we loop each line, we get each line, we can simply print that line, And then now we want to call this read data function, but since we don't have a file yet, let's first create a file by calling the create new file function. And then let's create the file inside the wiki, and then let's name it test.txt. And then after we create a file, we need to write something to it. So I'm going to say write to file, and obviously we need to pass the complete path again, this path or this file. And then we want to write something. Let's write a simple sentence here. This is a line, and let's also call this function one more time because we want to write 2 lines. And then now it's time to read data. Let's now read what's inside that file that will be created. So I'm going to call read data, and I'm going to pass the path again. So the path is wiki and then test.txt. Let me now save. Let me save, and then I'm gonna run our script and see what's gonna happen. So let me run our script, and as you can see, what happened is that first of all, a file has been created inside the wiki folder, and 2 lines have been written. 2 sentences have been written to this file, and then as you can see, the read function worked. It was called, and it printed out these 2 lines. Let's now call the read data one more time without creating the file again. So I'm going to remove all of these functions, and I'm going to save one more time, and then I'm going to run our script and see what's going to happen. So if you run our script, as you can see, it's going to get these 2 lines and display them in the console because we called this read data, which is going to read each single line and it's going to print it out. By the way, you can get rid of this empty line, because when we write something to the file, a new line will be added, which is an empty line. So we can remove that empty by calling the replace. So you can here say, before you print the line, you can here say replace line dot replace, and then you can replace the new line by nothing, and then you can print that immediately. Print that, all of that, and remove this line. Now if you save and run our application, let's run our script one more time. As you can see, it's going to print these 2 lines without the empty line, because we have removed the empty lines that have been appended after we have written something to that line before. So this is how you can read data. This is how you can read and get data from a specific path from your application and print it out to the user.